So I know I've talked about habits in a couple of different videos, but I'd like to do another one talking about habits and how to optimize your time to get the most done in your day, to get more done with less time or in less time. So if you have something, to add to the conversation, a comment, question, just a general thought, feel free to comment down below. And if you find the topic interesting, please feel free to smash the like button. So, habits are actions or behaviors that we've developed over time that allow us to, perform certain activities without thinking about it as much, if at all. So things like riding a bike when we first learn, we have to, consciously think about, how we, sit on the bike and, how we balance ourselves so we don't just tip over, as soon as we get on or as soon as we get moving any. So in addition to, how we hold ourselves while riding, we have to think about like, okay, this is how I pedal the bike. Okay, this is how I steer the bike to go, whatever way I want to go. Okay, this is how I apply the brakes so I don't go, down this hill at 50 miles an hour if, there's an intersection coming up that I need to stop for. There's a lot of things involved in something that once you've done it 100, or 1,000 times, there's not much thought to it, but once you first get started, there's a lot of conscious thought and effort into, doing these actions. So, a habit, is sometimes just something we've done repetitively enough to be able to do without thinking. And, there's good habits and bad habits. People that smoking's a habit, and after, you smoked, a dozen packs or, 500 cigarettes or some amount more than one or two cigarettes, you become hooked because of the chemicals, and it becomes a habit just to light up a cigarette. So there's bad habits like smoking, and then there's good habits like going to the gym or, reading a book every day. And, the good habits are a little bit more difficult to start developing, but once you start them, they, start the trajectory for, a better life. Whereas, bad habits like smoking, eating junk food, or, eating bigger portions than you should, eating fast food more often than you should, that kind of has a negative effect on your life. So, it's not always, as simple as whether you're going up or down because of your habits. It's a gap between the good habits and bad habits where you'll be after, a period of, 6 months or a year. Because having one cigarette one day isn't going to make you a chain smoker. But if you start smoking a cigarette or two a day, and then after, 3 months, that one or two cigarettes becomes five, and then another couple months, the five becomes 10, that becomes more difficult to break the habit. So, not only have you started declining because of a bad habit, but, you could have been replacing it with a good habit. So the gap isn't just between where you were and, the bad habits, the bad habit to where you could be if, you had been doing a good habit instead. And back to kind of what I initially wanted to do the video about as far as doing habits to optimize your day. If you chain together a bunch of good habits, you can help make yourself more productive. Now, certain things like reading a book for 30 minutes or working out for an hour might seem like they take up a lot of time, but depending on your time management or priority management, you can schedule your day so that that 1 hour workout doesn't interfere with the other part of your day. So, if you have a 9 to 5 job, well, unless you have an hour lunch and you get a little leeway from your boss, you're probably not going to get an hour workout during the workday, and if you can't get a workout during the workday, that means that you have to consciously make the time to get up early enough to work out and then be able to shower before work, or having to carve out the time in the evening between getting home and eating dinner and going to bed, somewhere in there, finding that hour of time. Now, a lot of people tend to leave their day up to chance and stuff that's important, like work, they plan around that, but beyond that, they leave things that they could be doing, like working out or reading, to chance, it feels like. If it gets done, it gets done. If not, it's not the end of the world. Well, it's not the end of the world, but if you don't do it today, it's going to be easier to say, well, I didn't do it yesterday, so I can skip today. Building that habit, building the discipline to get started on the habit, you then are able to continue to do the habits. And things like a morning routine or an evening routine help string together these habits to improve your life. So a lot of personal development gurus or experts talk about morning routines so that they can get their day started right. And some of them list all their different things that they do, whether it's meditation, working out, journaling. Some people talk about doing your most important thing in the morning before you do anything else. So if you want to be a YouTuber, okay, are you going to sit down and film some videos before you start your day? Are you going to sit down and do some research on a topic you want to do, and then write a script, if you will, for the next video you film? Are you gonna sit down and edit some of the videos and upload? Sometimes I'll shoot a few different videos in the same day, and then I'll upload them and schedule some of them for that day, and then maybe like one for the next day, and one or two for a day after that. Sometimes if I shoot enough videos, I'll space it out over the week. So just doing the most important thing first allows you to then not be at the end of the day and like, oh, I didn't film a video today. Well, it's 10 o'clock and I should probably go to bed because I need to be up at 5 or 6 or whatever time it may be. You don't want to leave potential obstacles in your way, like, oh, I should go to bed, or like, oh, I should spend time with family because, it's 5:30 and I've been at work all day. Like, you have to consider all the factors when planning out your day. If there's going to be those things competing for your time, schedule it before you start anything else. Maybe get up before everyone else so you can spend that time doing some writing for a book, or if you're an artist, doing that painting or writing that song. Just spend that time when no one else is around to distract you, and then you'll have that time at the end of the day to spend with people if that's also a priority. And earlier in the video I said time management and priority management, and really I make the distinction there because time management, you're looking at setting a schedule. You're breaking down, like, okay, 5 to 6 I'm working out, 6 to 6:30 I'm gonna do some reading, and 6:30 to 6:45 I'm gonna meditate, or whatever, however you want to chunk that down. And then after that I'm going to have breakfast and shower and whatever else you need to do to get ready for work. Like, you with time management, you can just break it down into increments and have life planned. Whereas priority management, you're basically taking your list of tasks and evaluating how important they are. So working out and reading and meditating might be important, which is why you know, front load them before the rest of the day so that they don't get ignored. Or, you know, if you're trying to write a book, okay, I'm going to schedule this 2 hour block here so that it doesn't get ignored because I have that time free. You know, that's taking priority over maybe sitting and watching Netflix. You know, Netflix is low on the totem pole compared to whatever high impact task you have, like writing a book or filming a YouTube video. Watching Netflix might make you feel comfortable and relaxed, or playing some video games, or, you know, card games, whatever it may be. That might make you feel relaxed, but it's not necessarily accomplishing anything. And I'm not saying that you have to be productive and achieving things every second of every day, but if you want to have success in every area of your life, you need to make all of those areas of your life important, which is why we, you know, plan times for our habits. We, you know, structure our days in a way that, you know, you're gonna get stuff done, as opposed to just, oh, well, I have all this time, I'm gonna relax. It's very easy to relax, you know, as a default when you don't have things planned out and you're not being constructive with your time. So hopefully you found some value in this more long-winded video, and if you're still watching, thanks for watching all the way to the end. You know, if you like this, you know, maybe consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you can see when I upload other videos. And if you found the topic interesting, maybe feel free to hit the like button so I can know to make some similar videos. Thanks, and have a good day.